So what's happening, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of the Raider Critique. I'm your host, Raider Riot Gun. I'm going to be flying solo on this one. What's going on, Gabe? What's going on, Anthony? Gord? It's good to see you guys, man. Now, normally nobody comes in here for the lives, and they'll normally watch it later. I'll probably get about 120 to 130 views on this video here, just like pretty much I'm expecting it to be my average. What's going on, All Eyes, man? It's good to see you. And so, yeah, we got Anthony Estrada in here. But there are some things, man, and I see all y'all over here in the chat, dude, and I'm going to get to y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all about it, but first I need to focus away from it. So I'm actually going to click it out, man. And I want to talk about a lot of the things that I've already seen this week. Hell, what I've been seeing all season long. First off, if you are going to be anywhere like remotely butthurt, or if you're going to get all into your feelings, then this episode and this talk probably is not going to be for you. Okay? I'm going to call it like I see it. And I've been on here since 2009, calling the truth, truth, and calling falsities, false. And I do not plan on changing any time soon. As a matter of fact, I think that there's a lot more out there like me who are needed, who need to voice their opinion, who need to at least give you the opposite side of the coin, while still being true and loyal to not only one, the Raidernation, but two, the legacy of Al and the Raiders, and what it actually means to be a Raider. Now, I've been on here a long time, and I've seen a lot of people come and go. I have seen a lot of different faces from the same people. I've seen a lot when it comes to this YouTube game that it makes me sick sometimes on how much I've seen and how long I've been around. Because I've watched people completely turn face. I've watched people go from Raider fans to other teams' fans at the drop of a hat. I've watched the fan base turn on one another. Real Raiders calling real Raiders fake. I've seen guys who push players more than they push the organization itself. The reason why I'm coming out with this right now is because it's so hard to choke back some of the content that's on here. Because you be seeing people, man, they do like these waves. It just all depends on what wavelength they happen to be on at that moment is what they're going to talk about and which way they're going to side. And then literally 15 minutes later, go the complete opposite direction. I've seen so much misinformation spewed on YouTube about the team. I've seen so much information spewed online, period, about the situations here. And, you know, it bothers me that our own, supposedly our own, are doing it to ourselves. Their own brothers and sisters, feeding them misinformation, feeding them big heap lies, and then completely going back on it when it all falls apart and their narrative doesn't come together. It's not just one of us, man. There's a lot of us out there that spew off the same type of rhetorical bullshit. And they tried to feed the rest of us bullshit, and then they get mad at us when we don't buy it. They exile us. They talk shit about us behind our backs. but knowing goddamn well that we've just happened to have been in the game quite a while, and we've been logical about the whole situation because we separate. Some of us can separate our emotions from when it comes to this football team, and some of us can't. I understand that. And the ones who can't, which, you know, I'm guilty of this, we're passionate. We're diehard Raiders. I'm going to tell you guys a little story, man, about little Nate Gunn. Little Nate Gunn was how he became a Raider fan. You guys already know how I became a Raider fan. But did you know who little Nate Gunn's favorite fucking player was of all time? Well, it's going to fucking disgust a lot of you. It's going to piss a lot of you off. But as you guys know, I'm from Fresno, California, a little old small town south of Fresno called Lemoore. Right off of Highway 41. Grew up in the Island District, the countryside of Lemoore. I was basically in the middle of Double O Ranch, my family having their own farm. Okay? Bunch of country boys. We love to fucking play ball. All right? And both of my families, my mom's side of the family being Niner fans and my dad's side of the family being Raider fans, I didn't make my decision on who I was going to be a fan of until 1991. I've been watching football and playing football ever since the age of 6. Okay? So I was a player fan in between the ages of 6 and 11. All right? My favorite player is like I was going to say, and like I said, it's probably going to disgust a lot of you. But my favorite player was not Jay Schrader. My second favorite player. My second favorite player was a Raider. That was Bo Jackson. My third favorite player was Marcus Allen. All right? My first favorite player, though, was none other than San Francisco 49er Jerry Rice. And it's who I aspired my game after because he was by far one of the best wide receivers that I had ever seen in my adolescent years. And man, did it all come together when I finally got to live through in this lifetime, I finally got to see, and it'll probably be something that I will never see again, is my favorite player come to my favorite football team. I was singing to the high heavens then, because that was a dream come true, a dream that only I could have fucking thought up, and a dream that only came true, as far as I was concerned back in those days, was for me. And the first thing I said to myself was, we're going to the motherfucking Super Bowl. We are now going to be a force to be reckoned with now that we have Jerry Rice and we have Tim Brown. We are going to fucking dominate. I never shed my colors. And when Jerry Rice was let go after they didn't throw him a single solitary pass, ending his consecutive completion streak of 176 games, and they shipped him off to Seattle, I didn't leave. I didn't walk away. I felt bad. I wished him luck on his new adventure in Seattle. And I boded him farewell, understanding that he just, I guess, he outwore his welcome here. But to me, he'll always be a Raider. And he will probably always be my favorite player. But I didn't leave the team. I didn't go and start sporting Seattle Seahawks shit because he left. Hell, I stayed a Raider. Because that's what it's about. And now it comes to the very subject that I want to talk about, bro. Derek Carr. Derek Carr and this whole situation has divided this whole fan base. To the point to where even coming on YouTube and talking Raiders content has become toxic. We all have different opinions. We all have different ideas. And some of us are just fucking way far, far, far of the left foul pole when they're pulling their ideas out of nowhere. Derek Carr is not a Raider anymore. His jersey is still on my wall. It's the only number 4 jersey I own. But it's in silver and black. I appreciate his time that he spent his 9 years here with our beloved organization and football team. But I will be goddamned that if I become a New Orleans Saints fan just to show my appreciation for Derek Carr. You Raider however you want to Raider. You go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I'm going to Raider how I Raider. I'm not a player fan. All right? And when I am a player fan, I can separate myself from being a Players fan and also being a Raiders fan. I will wish Derek Carr future luck in his future endeavors, hoping the best for him all up until the point to where he plays the Raiders, where I hope he gets dominated and he throws a bunch of picks and he ends up blowing the game to where we win. Jimmy Garoppolo right now, and as of earlier today, it looks like that Brian Hoyer and Aiden O'Connell will be taking over the quarterback duty since Jimmy is down. These are my quarterbacks, and these are the guys I am going to support because they wear silver and black. I'm not trying to call anybody out by name, but you are either a fan of the team or you are a fan of a player. There is a huge fucking difference. And some of y'all have gained a shit ton of subscribers and have earned a shit ton of money and a decent paycheck off of YouTube playing us on our emotions when you literally didn't feel the same way about the organization as the rest of us do. You are no better than the mainstream media, who I aimed to destroy when I first jumped on YouTube to counteract and counter-contradict everything they had to say, because the only thing they ever had to say was to shit on us and not give us the proper respect that we deserve. And to watch our own fans come in here and do that shit is absolutely fucking asinine. You guys aren't Raiders, and you guys know who you are. You should have never been labeled as a Raider to begin with, and you should be ashamed of yourself that you're even making money off a fan base that you don't even care about. Because if you did, you wouldn't feed us lines of bullshit for fucking 3 years, 4 years, or however long you've fucking been here, and then totally flip the fucking script when something doesn't go your way. That also brings me into my next subject. You are not less of a fan if you question some of the moves that the organization makes. The legacy and the way we are derived, what makes us Raiders, is what thrives over everything. I am a proud American. I love my country. And I will put my country on my back anytime I need to. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with the motherfuckers who are calling the shots. And that's real talk. The best quote is to take your loyalty, but don't let it overshadow what your common sense is trying to tell you. We have every right to question what the front office is doing and the people who are higher up on the moves that they are making, especially if it doesn't look good to us. That doesn't make us any less of a fan. We all ultimately want the same thing, which is for us to not be able to have this division anymore within the fan base, and the only way that's going to happen is if we just win. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. To be honest with you, I haven't been wrong about a lot of shit this year. But I've been watching everybody get fed the same fucking bullshit, and I see the same regurgitated crap online all the time. Some people are here to make money. Some people are actually here to be fans. It's really obvious when you really look at it. There are people who literally have used their absolute love for this team and the love for the fan base to gather themselves a gigantic following. And for them, I applaud them because they kept it real. Raider band, they kept it real. And they didn't fucking sway with the goddamn majority. Because just because the majority thinks it's that way doesn't mean it's always that way, man. The majority can be wrong too. Understand, for as long as I'm going to be here, and as long as I'm going to keep up this YouTube persona, I will always be 100% real with you. You guys can go watch whoever you want to watch. That's up to you. But I know that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to follow and I'm going to back my brothers who actually ride, die, bleed, eat, and sleep, and sweat. Nothing but silver and black, bro. I ride with real motherfuckers. That's who I ride with. And I don't care about your sub counts. I don't care about your sub counts at all. If you're a real Raider, you are 100% golden with me. Because you, of all people, know exactly what it's like to rise through adversity. And some of y'all who want to be Raiders and you want in so fucking bad, y'all need to take note. Because there are plenty of us out there who can lead by example. And I can tell you this, man. Stop following people who are going to run off and go fucking hang out with fucking other teams, fucking goddamn do other fucking teams podcast just because they got fucking pussy hurt and their fucking favorite player got traded. I didn't fucking leave when Jerry Rice got traded, and it's not acceptable for anybody else to do that shit if they say that they are actually a Raiders fan. But I also don't want to hear anybody knocking fucking Raiders players because they're actually calling out the fucking coaching like they should, like Devontae Adams has. We need to start using common sense. We're all going to have difference of opinions, but just because we have a difference of opinion don't mean we have to personally attack one another. It's fucking child shit. What the fuck are we in, high school? You be however you want to be. You Raider however you want to Raider. But I can tell you one thing. You ain't going to get nothing, but not even 100%. You can still take that 100% and add a motherfucking 0 because that's exactly how real I am. 1,000% real. The same motherfucker you see on camera is the same motherfucker you meet in real life. I don't slow my roll, man. This is how I am. And I love this fucking team. I love this team. I love what they stand for. And I love Al's legacy. And I want to keep that legacy intact. But we're allowed to question what we want to question, man. Because if we're all a goddamn bunch of sheep and we all want to be fucking fed this bullshit, how about all the fucking losses we've taken for the last 20 years? Did we take their fucking snake oil then? No, we didn't. And I don't expect us to do it now. So if they start fucking up, we should call them out for it. But don't attack one another for doing so if we carry a difference of opinion. We're brothers, we're sisters, and we all represent the same shield. We need to start acting like a family. And I'm telling you right now, all the ones who aren't real family, who've been proclaiming that they've always been down, they're showing their true colors. It's up to you to recognize it. It's Raidernation for life, man. We're about to go kick these fucking Bears' asses, and we're going to do it with a backup quarterback. Let's fucking go.